Judgment. Judgment. Judgment's almost like the default mode for the ego. It's how we keep ourselves separate and from others. It's how we keep the false self perpetuating in our lives. The way we judge all situations, all people, all the time, nonstop. It's just like the great wheel of unconsciousness that keeps us, society, rolling along at this pace it's at right now. But the truth of the matter is, our primitive little brains can't comprehend the full magnitude, the complexities of everything that is happening around us. Like, so many times, situations in my life that I've wanted to judge as bad or wrong or shouldn't have happened have turned out to be the most awakening moments of my life, the most empowering moments of my life, on the other side of it. And it's really helped me to realize the ignorance and the pointlessness of trying to find a reason to judge something when you can't comprehend how it's going to play out, how the universe is going to use that in your benefit, because all things do work for good. And I mean, my dad's passing was just like such a perfect example of that for me. Like, I mean, that's a great thing to I could judge, like it shouldn't have happened, but it did. And because I was able to surrender to surrender to the fact that it was happening and go into it with a state of love and just surrender, it was almost like a rebirth for me. It became something that was a beautiful attribute to my life and showed me a whole different perspective on death that I would never would have had I tried to cling to my ignorant judging of the moment. I mean, that's just one example, but there's so many more. And judgment it keeps us separated from people. It keeps us in our own small little bubble, our own small little prison, little cage. It keeps us focused on what we don't want to see in the world rather than what we do. Because whatever we focus on grows, right? So if we're focusing on what we don't like in a person, what shouldn't be in that person, then we're only enforcing that in them and in ourselves. Whereas if we focus on what we do see great in that person, then that is only going to come out of them more, and that's only going to come out of us more. So it's so imperative of us to not be judging, just to understand that this little mind of ours, this little human mind, can't comprehend the totality of what's going on. There's so much more beyond our grasp. And it's like when we stop judging it and just surrender to it, then it feels like all of a sudden we can grasp a little bit more of that greater consciousness, that little bit more of that higher understanding, or at least surrender to the fact that it can happen in our lives if we just let it. So, judgment. Thank you.